So today I'm going to give you my 5 top reasons as to why I think you should learn how to sew in 2025 leading up to 2026. My first top reason would be to save money and also learn how to repair your own clothing or your family members' clothing. Do you know how much it costs to go to a tailor to get things fixed and hemmed and put stitches back where they belong? Leave it in the comments if you've ever been to a tailor and had things altered. Tell me how much it costs. So that is my number one way and thing that you should be thinking about learning how to sew to save money on all those clothing repairs. You may have had your favorite pair of jeans for the last 4 years and you can't use them because the button is missing, or maybe the hem needs to be taken in or up. Okay, so that is my number one reason. Save money. Keep that money in your pocketbook. Okay, so my number two reason is because you can create custom clothing for you, your family members, for a friend, for your coworker. This could be a lucrative business if you learn how to sew and start doing these things on your own. Do you know how much it costs to get custom clothing made for yourself? Like, look into it. You can even Google it. I promise you they're going to tell you some type of price range, okay? And in my opinion, saving those coins, you could buy the things that you really, really like, or you could buy the best sewing machine that fits your budget, even though I feel like when you first start sewing, you don't need anything fancy. You don't need a fancy sewing machine. I would just say make sure that it have straight stitch and a zigzag stitch, because 9 times out of 10, those are your most used stitches. But that's for another video. Okay, so my number three thing is you can express your personal style. So when you buy ready-made clothing out of the store, it's generic. That means that everyone that buys that same blouse, that same pair of pants, the same skirt, even shoes, will all be the same. So you can customize your clothing to fit your personal style. Like me, my favorite thing to wear is purple. That's my favorite color. And also I love anything blue jean. So you can basically take some blue jean material and add it to whatever it is that you like. Take, for instance, this sweater that I'm wearing. This was a plain purple hoodie. And what I did was I took a shirt, a flannel shirt, and I added the sleeves. So you can see here that this has been customized, okay? I also added like a little applique here, just so to make this tie into the sleeves. And it's also on the collar of my jacket, right here. So you can customize this and do whatever it is that your heart desires. You don't have to keep things plain and simple unless you're that type of a person, plain and simple. And that's okay. But what if I wanted to stand out in the crowd? If everybody had on the same color shirt, what makes you different from them? Food for thought, right? So leave in the comment section if you are this type of person that you like to change things up and make them different. So that's my number three, is expressing your personal style no matter what it is that you're wearing. Okay. My number four leads back to this. It's upcycling and repurposing old clothes. So when I bought this hoodie, it fit like a regular hoodie. However, I just wanted something different. So I took the sleeves off and then added the sleeves of the shirt on. And then I made it for me. I made it something that I would wear. Did you know that wearing your own style creates art. It's a form of art creation, period. And sometimes we want to express ourselves, but we don't know how to verbally express ourselves. You can do that through your clothing. You can do that through your own creation, your own art thoughts, and make that come to life. You don't have to say a word. You can do that through the creation of sewing and making it your own. And I love to do that. I love to do it. It just brings out the creativity, excuse me, in me. And then when other people see it, they're like, where did you get that from? I made it. I made it. You can just say that. And then maybe it will spark their interest for you to make something unique and customizable for them. Okay. So that is my number 4 tip. Leading up to my number 5. And yes, I'm looking down because I have my notes and I don't want to forget what I'm saying. Developing fine motor skills comes with sewing. So it's like eye coordination with the needle, the sewing machine, the noise of the sewing machine, because now you're listening, trying to make sure that everything is going through smoothly. When you hear something that doesn't sound right, that means something is going on with your sewing machine or you, because sometimes it's a lot of operator error when it comes to sewing. And I feel like that's why people kind of get want to stay away from sewing, because they feel like they're going to make so many mistakes. You will. It's not simple. It's not easy to sew. However, if you do it consistently, you will learn the basics of sewing. You will learn what to look for, what mistakes have been made, so that you don't do that again. But back to what I was saying about developing fine motor skills, excuse me. It keeps you abreast of your eye coordination smoothly, right? So when you're sewing, you have to pay attention to the material, the needle, and the presser foot all at the same time. All at the same time. And so it just keeps you sharp. It keeps your mind moving. It keeps you thinking. It keeps you wondering, what is this going to look like once it's done? And to me, that's the beauty of knowing how to sew. Sew your own things. You don't have to wait on anybody's approval to just do you. Do what you like. Do what you love. Do it based on how you want it to look and not anybody else's. So those are my five my 5 top reasons why I believe you should learn how to sew in 2025. And we only have 31 days left in this year. But it could, if you start now reading up on how to sew or what to do to get started learning how to sew, I believe in January of 2026, you will be ready. When I first learned how to sew, this is just a story time, okay? So when I first learned how to sew, I didn't know nothing about sewing. I didn't know which machine to get. I didn't know nothing about threading my sewing machine. But guess what I did? I went to YouTube University. I learned how to thread my machine. I learned how to sew in a straight line. I learned all the things that I needed to know how to sew. And now I just create beautiful things based on my style of sewing. Everybody's sewing techniques are different. Do not let people tell you you need to be doing it this way. You need to be doing it that way. Find your own way of sewing. Find your own way of threading your needle. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Whatever you need to do to get the projects done, just do that. You don't have to listen to, everybody. And this is just my opinion. You do what you want, okay? Because sometimes you'll listen to 10,000 people and then it stops you from starting. The goal of this video is to get you to start. Just start where you are. Get you some fabric, get you a sewing machine, thread your needle, learn all of the basics, and just get to going. And again, if this is your first time here, my name is Rachel. Welcome to Unbiased LLC's channel. And this is just one of the series that I will be doing as far as why I feel like you need to learn how to sew in 2025 leading up to 2026. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and send this to a friend. It may not be for you, but it may be for them. And I will catch you on the next video. Peace.